a complete fossil record of my planet. Your genetic markers appear not only in humans, but in hundreds of species throughout our history. That's a lot of random convergence. If you take a look at the data...
We have. The data isn't in question. Your interpretation is. Professor Gagan, I don't want to be here any more than you do. And frankly, I would prefer not to be responsible for disgracing one of our most venerable scientists. All I ask is that you admit the possibility that your interpretation is wrong. Will you at least do that?
I will admit that there are still questions. The picture is incomplete. But I am certain of this. We are from the planet these humans call Earth.
There are those who disagree. Tovavir, you're an accomplished young scientist. You were initiated into the Circle of Archaeology with the highest of honors.
Yes, Minister.
And you have been Professor Gagan's assistant for 6 years.
I've had that privilege.
You are familiar, intimately involved with all of your mentors' research regarding the so-called distant origin theory?
That is correct.
In your expert evaluation, what is the validity of the professor's analysis?
It is flawed, Minister.
Dear.
You're saying you and Gagan were mistaken?
Yes. I've reviewed all of his research, including data from the Voyager's computer. I've checked and rechecked the procedures. I now believe that we were overzealous. We saw an evolutionary connection when in fact there was none.
Enthusiasm and passion are never wrong, Veer. Your only mistake was allowing them to distort your judgment. You may go. Professor Gagan, I will ask you again. Could you be mistaken?
What did you say to him? That you'd take away his honors if he didn't cooperate? That you'd send him to a detention colony?
Could you be mistaken?
Did you threaten his family?
Respond to the question!
No! Why should I? You've already made up your mind. This inquiry isn't about evidence and proof. It's about keeping you in that chair.
Gagan!
It's about maintaining a myth that keeps the Ministry in power. You'd do anything to silence me. Well, it won't work. I'll never retract my claims. I'd rather go to prison than help you perpetuate ignorance.
Your true scales are finally showing.
You're right, Minister. I was mistaken. I thought you might actually care about the truth, even if it called into question some of our deepest beliefs.
We are not immigrants. I will not deny 20 million years of history and doctrine just because one insignificant saurian has a theory. One last time. Could you be mistaken?
It's you who are mistaken, Minister.
What?
You accuse Gagan of having his objectivity clouded by wishful thinking. But aren't you guilty of the same charge?
I am not on trial here.
I understand. But in a way, your beliefs are. How you think about yourselves, your place in the universe. That is on trial. And this isn't the first time.
What do you mean?
I've had the opportunity over the last few days to learn something about your culture, your great accomplishments. Consider the breakthrough into transwarp an incredible achievement. And yet, your ancient doctrine predicted terrible disasters if it were even attempted. That held your race back for millennia, until someone took a chance and challenged that prediction. They succeeded, and your society entered a new chapter of exploration, and your doctrine was changed accordingly. I know from the history of my own planet that change is difficult. New ideas are often greeted with skepticism, even fear. But sometimes those ideas are accepted, and when they are, progress is made. Eyes are open.